Hello, everyone. First of all, I wish you a happy new year 2022 for all of you, your family, and your friends. And as usual, today we are introducing a very important course for top credential in fire protection specialty. It's called CFPS, or Certified Fire Protection Specialist by NPA. We are going to give you a quick course overview and the exam highlights. First of all, table of contents, why you should take CFPS and who should take it, and why you take it with handbook. Exam overview, course schedule. It's 6 days. Every day we take 2 sections as per CFPS candidate book. Last day, number 7, we have general revision of the course, and we solve the exam together, practice exam. Then what is the benefits, outcome of the course? And the last thing, questions. If you have any questions, you can comment for this video, put your comment, or you can contact us through website, LinkedIn page, Facebook page, or WhatsApp number. So why CFPS? CFPS is a standard for fire protection specialty as defined by NPA. It's a measure for person credibility and competence. So it's top credential in fire protection system. And it's developed by NPA, National Fire Protection Special Association in USA. And it's the top organization in fire protection systems and the code standards. And the certificate is accredited by ANSI in USA, and ANSI is a top organization for standards and development of individuals and organizations. So it's very valuable, and you'll be professionally recognized, and your name will be listed in the CFPS directory online, so the employer, clients, public, and any peer can check online. And 6 points, you'll have your certificate, wall certificate. You can hang it on your office, on your home. You have label pin. You can fix it in your suit or your shirt as a demonstration of your specialty and the professionalism in the fire protection. And also you have wallet card you can put in your wallet to show to anyone that you are a competent person in fire. And as we know, CFPS is preferred by top employers when they hire any professional in the fire protection, and it gets a very well paid. Salary is very high for CFPS holder, as we're gonna see soon in the next slide. So this sample of certificates with golden seal, ANSI standard, wallet card with a letter of congratulations after you pass the exam, and label pin. As we discussed earlier, these just samples of top employers when they hire fire protection specialist or engineer or designer or life safety engineer. In Arup, for example, one of the top consulting engineering office or firm. Jacob, one of the top project management consulting firm, and Liberty for insurance company. As you see here, they all require CFPS holders, and as you see also here in the top, the salary range from 130,000 to 175,000 per year. It's a very good, well-paid salary. Who should take it? Mechanical engineer, electrical engineer, MEP engineer, architect, structural engineer, safety manager, risk manager, code enforcer, fire inspector or fire officer, facility manager, fire protection consultant, and designer. As we see here, people with multiple disciplines, so you need to take it if they work in the fire or safety or risk management in any organization. Why EngBook? Because the instructor, he has international BE license in fire protection engineering, more than 15 years of work experience in fire protection. So it's very important to have a course, training course with people who know what they are doing. The content, of course, is very informative and to the point. We give you knowledge, understanding, plus exam-based focus points and questions. Also, the price of the course is very competitive compared with MEP online course. They only provide recorded online videos with a fees of $1,100. And if you're gonna take it per chapter, like for example 101, 72, 13, per chapter, the cost is $900. But for our price, competitive, you can check it online. Also, mode of delivery, of course, either it's live virtual or online e-learning. If you don't have problem with time attendance or you have emergency, you can attend on your pace with recorded videos. Also, during the course, you have interaction with question and answers with the instructors, and also in WhatsApp group. If you take the course with us, and we support you till you pass the exam. This exam overview, it's a multiple choice questions, 100 questions in 3 hours, open book policy with 2 volume, NAPA, fire protection handbook, 20 editions. It's around 3,500 page, 211 chapters. The time of the exam is as you like, you can register anytime. If you are eligible, it's computer based at Barometric Center. Eligibility, you should have minimum bachelor degree in engineering for science, plus 4 years of experience in fire protection, or master in fire plus 2 years, or diploma plus 4 years for experience. Exam registration fee is $350, and it's valid for 3 years certificate. If you're gonna renew it after 3 years, you have to pay $175, or if you fail in the exam and you retake the exam, retest, also same cost, $175, and per year $125 if you are using the certificate in your work. Here, as we mentioned earlier, the reference of exams to book volume 1, volume 2, around 3,500 page, 211 chapters. So if you're gonna study, self-study, you're gonna take like more than 1 year. It's a very intense book. Here, sample of questions, same type as the exam. For example, here, what is the minimum acceptable flow rate at the base of riser using a sprinkler system with group 1 hazards? It's 850 GPM. What is the pressure produced by column of water, 1 foot? It's 0.433 PSI. Total head of fire pump, it's the energy imparted to the liquid as it passes through the pump. Proper exit design for everyone to leave the fire endangered area. It should be shortest possible time. Life safety means of egress means access to exit and exits and exit discharge. If you are using type 2 construction of column supporting more than 1 floor, fire resistance should be minimum 1 hour. For example, intensity of illumination at mean of egress should be 1 candle at the floor level. Important limitation to consider when using pressure tank in a sprinkler system should be small volume of water storage. Which one of the following principle is used to determine necessary exit widths? It should be flow and capacity. As a type of automatic detection system, the head detectors are the oldest type of detector. The first principle of good storage practice for chemicals is by segregation. This just type of examples in the exam. It's not same, not same questions, but same type. Course schedule, as we mentioned, 6 days. Every day we take 2 sections. Last day is revisions. So day 1, we have 2 sections, 1 and 2. We discuss safety in built environments and the basics of fire and fire science. As we see here, development of standards, type of occupancy, type of construction from 1 to 5. 1 is the strongest one, and the 5 is the weakest one. And here, separation between buildings and between, for example, corridor, apartment, and the exit for different assembly and educational or hospital. How many hours we need for separation. Here, basics of fires, the curve of fire growth, heat release rate with time, rapid growth, then steady state, then decay, based on these famous equations, Q equal alpha T square, based on type of fire, slow, medium, fast, ultra fast. And here we have the fuel type and the peak heat release rate in kilowatts. Here we have surface fire, how we can calculate the mass rate or loss rate based on the Q of flame minus Q loss of the surface divided by gasification heat. Here type of combustion like methane or ethylene with O2. Always we have in the product CO2 and H2O. Here we have type of fires in open area, in semi-open area with ceiling without wall or in compartments, and how we reach flash over points with minimum temperature of upper layer 600 degree and 20 kilowatts per square meter of heat release rate to have flash over. Day 2 have 2 sections, as we see here. Information and statistics of fire with data in order to develop or improve the code. Here, for example, the fire department called, we make report or no, and we have to register in something called NFIRS in America, USA. It's responsible about the reporting and coding for data. And here's the cause of fire, either cooking or electrical or smoke material or candle or playing with heat source, clothes dryer. And here risk estimation process, consequences, probability and hazard identification. And here's the event tree in order to specify either we need manual or automatic sprinkler. Here type of fire, slow, medium, fast, ultra fast with T-square fire, and source of ignitions here, either in wild land fire or module fire, intentional or unintentional with heat source or no. Human behaviors, here we have comparison table between British people and US people, and we have the first attention during sleeping. Based on these behaviors of human, we design the mean of egress. For example, on the left side here, the egress minimum width, effective width of staircase, and the minimum effective width of corridors. Calculate evacuation time with asset and resets, and here travel distance, common path, dead ends. This here you have 2 sections: fire prevention, facility hazard management. As we see here, fire prevention, we reduce the waste. We have 4 factors for prevention. We have mitigation strategy, and we have upper flammable limit, lower flammable limit in order to avoid auto ignition. We have component of HVAC system like fire damper, kitchen, cooking, hood system, exhaust system. And we have here the flammable liquid or combustible liquid container storage with separation distance and quantity. Here you have the curve of moisture content in wood in order to specify or determine it's easy to ignite or no, based on the content of water in the wood. Facility hazard management. Here we have difficult access to this building because it's surrounded by river or sea. And downside here, we are using swimming pool as a water public because we don't have private water in the site. Here we have fire tree also to determine the consequence, small, medium, large, or very large, based on occupant, sprinkler, or fire department extinguishing. Here we have survey inspection by a site officer or fire officer to determine its compliance with code or no. Here we have wildfire, forest fire, and type of constructions from 1 to 5. Day 4 section, system approach, organizing for rescue. As we see here, our house, how we can protect our houses based on the ceiling or roof heights, storage heights, type of storage. Here we have the building structures like beam, steel beam, how we can cover it with concrete in order to give the fire rating for the elements based on this curve. And we determine the depth of the cover based on the column of the type of column, steel column. And from this table, we know the occupancy in order to determine the interior finish for ceiling or floor or wall, ABC class based on the area, exit access or others. Organizing for fire rescue service. Here we are using special equipment if you are going to fight hazard material in the fire. Here we have heart mobile equipped with heart device or aspirator during fire for people who injured. Here we have the bumper with you have to know the flow rate required and the pressure required inside. Here we have communications between fire department and facilities. Here we have the reaction force by the hose stream during fire. Section 910, detection and water-based suppression. Detection, here we have the example of 6 dB rules based on the distance between alarm. If it's 20 feet, we have to deduct 6 decibel, and we have to deduct here displacement of heat detection. If the ceiling is more than, for example, 3 meters or 10 foot. Here we have fire panel connections with initiating devices and notification devices. Here we have type of initiating devices and notification devices, like smoke detector, heat detector, siren and flasher. And we have type of switches like low water level switch for the tank, low temperature switch to determine the temperature of water to avoid freezing. And we have bin type water flow switch in order to know if there is any fire flow. Water-based suppression like density area curve based on the hazard. You can specify density and the area of operation in order to calculate the flow rate of the pump. To select the pump, we have to use the HQ curve here with the shut-off point or shunt pressure points. We have the overload points and we have the rating point, efficiency, discharge, brake horsepower of the motor. Here we have type of heads at suction and discharge of the pump and total heads, equivalent length table for fitting and valves. Here we have the C values of hazard values applications based on type of pipe, size, and age. We have also here hose stream demands based on type of hazards and durations. And we have here how to measure the pressure of hose or hydrant using pitch tube. Basics to section 11-12. Fire suppression without water and confining fires. As we see here, type of fires, class A, B, C, D, K. A, ordinary, B, flammable liquid and combustible liquid, C, for electrical equipment fires, D, for combustible metals like sodium, zirconium, titanium, K, combustible cooking media like fat or oily, and using clean agent like halocarbon and inert gas. We have Noel and Lowell. Based on Noel and Lowell, we specify the design concentrations. Under here, we have type of fire extinguishers like carbon dioxide, dry powder, dry chemical, wet chemical, based on type of fire. Confining fires here, we are testing the firewall. If you are using fire rated wall, we have to use the Aston curve, ISO curve, and we measure the exposed temperature of the other side to know the sample test is passed or failed. And here we have type of construction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with bearing wall, interior wall, column, roof, floor. We have fire door rating based on the wall rating. Here we have behavior of combustion products under vented and curtained roof. What's the difference between curtain and vent? And here we have fire resistance of steel column based on the weight of per length foot of the steel beam or column. We have the cover of the thickness cover and the material. Okay, so here's the outcome of the course. You will be competent in fabrication aspects, all aspects, mechanical, electrical, architecture, structure, with holistic certificate, as we mentioned. You will be distinguished engineer from any other engineer in the field because you are certified after you pass this intense course, cert exam. You will gain more trust from public, employer, and the clients because you are formally recognized by NFPA. You will have more opportunities and shortlisting with top employers. You will be more qualified to pass CFPS exam if you follow our guidelines during the course, and you will get recorded session of the course, plus PDF slides just for you. Here we go. We finish the lecture. If you have any questions, please let us know either by visiting our website, ng.com, sending email, WhatsApp, LinkedIn page, or Facebook page. Again, I wish you a happy new year. Thank you so much.